Hey there, Salina here, and this video is going to be Zion's 7-month update. So this little boy right here is 7 months old. And here he is for the video because, as always, he's all over the place and I don't know how much of the video he will actually be in. His weight is exactly 19 pounds, so he's at that point where he's not gaining as much weight anymore. And I've heard that around this time they do stop gaining as much weight as what they were in the beginning. So in the beginning he was gaining 3 pounds a month, and now he's barely gaining 1 pound a month. And then I've also heard that in the beginning breastfed babies tend to weigh more than formula fed babies, and then around this time is when it switches, so formula fed babies weigh more than breastfed babies. Whether or not those things are true, don't know, but the one where they stop gaining as much weight towards the year is seeming to be true, because he's not gaining as much weight as what he was before. I didn't take his height this month. I just really didn't feel like doing it. One thing that he is doing new this month is he is pulling up on things. So he keeps trying to get to my phone by pulling up on the couch and then trying to walk over. You got a couch over here you can pull up on, but of course he's gonna choose to do it on this one. But he's pulling up on everything and standing. He hasn't quite got the moving along objects while standing up. He is trying to just stand up on his own though. He spent a few days ago, he would pull up on me, then he would try to get his balance and let go, and every time he would let go he would fall over. So he is trying to stand up on his own. He's not crawling yet, but he is trying to crawl. He'll go short distances and crawl, but long distances he'll just scoot. He's not about to crawl. When he does crawl, he usually ends up falling over. He is trying to walk. He likes walking. When you'd have to hold his hands. Of course, he cannot walk on his own. And he'll walk, and he likes to do that. He doesn't like sitting. He likes sitting on his own time. So if you try to sit him down and he doesn't want to sit, he'll just keep his legs straight and he won't let you sit him down. Which does make it hard when you're trying to put him in his car seat and he doesn't want to sit. He'll just stand up in his car seat. And if you've seen his last update video, you know that he is very, very determined. So he will keep trying to get something or do something that he wants to do, regardless of how much you move it. He obviously doesn't want to stand up right now. He is expressing himself a lot more now with what he likes and doesn't like, what he wants and doesn't want. I don't know if you could hear him grunting not too long ago, but whenever he doesn't like something that's happening, he will grunt. And he's been doing that since about 5 months. And in one of my vlogs, I actually say that he's been grunting a lot and I think he's trying to poop, but actually that wasn't the case. It was him expressing that he didn't like whatever it was that was happening, and that's what he's doing now. He doesn't like that I'm holding on to him and I won't let him have my phone, so he's grunting. And my mom doesn't like it. I'm not gonna say that I do like it, but it's something that he's doing as he's growing up. He's expressing himself, which is something that he didn't used to do, so it's not something that I necessarily don't like, but it's something that is a part of him developing as he gets older. So it's something that for now I'm okay with. He has 2 teeth. He got his teeth about 2 weeks ago, and that was so exciting. He's doing really well when it comes to getting teeth. Most babies are fussy and super crying during that time, and he really wasn't too bad. he would fuss a little bit, but most of the day he was still his happy, energetic self. He didn't stop eating, because I've heard that they may do that when they're getting their teeth. That didn't happen. He was just, the only thing that really changed was that he was really, really adamant about having to chew on my fingers. So he can now get into the sitting position by himself, like 90% of the time. I thought he was going to pull to stand up, but I guess not. Something that he's been doing really recently is whining. Is this right here, whining, which it's so ridiculously annoying, but I think it has to do with recently we traveled to Ohio, and we stayed there for about 6 days, and we traveled back by car, which took 4 days. And this is so annoying. I think the difference in environment for such a long time kind of caused him to do this. So right now he's really clingy, and he kind of has separation anxiety, and he's very whiny. And I hope that this is something that we'll be able to get rid of in the future, because it's ridiculously annoying and I don't like it. He whines about pretty much everything, and he's not letting me put him down, and it's just, it's annoying. And I know babies whine and stuff like that, but he used to not do it like he's doing it now. So it's something that I most definitely want to work on with him and get him to stop doing. He is still mostly breastfed. He eats still every 2 hours. Sometimes he'll go 2 hours and 30 minutes before getting fussy to eat. He's still waking up in the middle of the night to eat. So he eats every, I want to say 3 to 4 hours now. He's not waking up every 2 hours at night. He is getting 2 solid meals a day, but we are doing baby-led weaning. I started with 1 meal, and then when it seemed like he was eating a lot at that 1 meal, which was dinner, I added another, which is usually breakfast. Sometimes we'll do lunch, but most of the time it is breakfast. So right now he's not eating as much at both of the meals, but when it seems like he's starting to eat more at those 2 meals, then I will add in lunch. Because he is now pulling up on things, he's falling over more. Same thing with sitting. Now that he's getting to the sitting position by himself, he's falling over more, and he is using his helmet as a shield. So as soon as he gets ready to fall over, he'll tuck his head under like this, and he will use the helmet as a shield so that his face doesn't hit the ground. The helmet does. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. He does the same thing when he doesn't have the helmet on, so it's unexpected that he when his head actually hits the ground, and he ends up crying afterwards. But the other bad thing is that he's okay with falling off of things. So he's okay with falling off the couch, or falling off the bed, or just falling off of whatever. And that I don't like. He's not hurting himself. Obviously, he's not hurting himself, but when he no longer has the helmet and he falls over, that's when I'm going to be worried about him falling. Personality. His personality is coming out more and more every single day, and I love watching him grow and watching his personality come out. One thing I want you guys to tell me is comment down below how old your baby is and like what their personality is. Like he's determined, and he's very active, and he's starting to become more and more vocal about what he likes and what he doesn't like. I know it's a baby thing, but he is currently starting to copy what we're doing, and he can be very attentive, so he will sit and just watch what we're doing, and then afterwards he'll try it himself. So yeah, and that's his current personality. So let me know what your baby's personality is. I think that's one thing that I love seeing, is all the different babies' personalities and hearing about what they're doing that's different from my son. And as you can see, that's another thing that he's learned. He's learned how to turn the cube to get to all the different parts. So he'll just sit there forever just turning the cube. It's giving kisses now, which is awesome. I know by now I think a lot of babies are clapping or waving goodbye and hello, but I don't clap a lot, neither does my mom, and we don't like wave goodbye or hello a lot, so he's not doing those things yet. But he does get a lot of kisses, so he's actually giving kisses now. He does it with his mouth open, so it's just a bunch of drool. But at the same time, I absolutely love it, and I love that he's giving kisses now. He is starting to pick up small things, so the other day he actually ended up picking up a quarter, and so that means that, of course, you know, we kept the floor and things like that clean before, but at the same time, it wasn't ever really a worry because we knew he couldn't pick up the stuff anyways. But now he most definitely is starting to pick up small things, so we have to be more careful. And I believe I said this earlier that he is more clingy, and I think that has to do with traveling that we did earlier a few weeks ago or a week ago. And I think that's why he's starting to have more of a separation anxiety from me. So I can't even leave him on the floor and go to the kitchen and clean his helmet. I can't leave him to take a nap. At night he expects me to be there. Like, I think he had separation anxiety before, but now it's at an even higher level. And I want to get back to being able to leave him for a nap. I can't even leave him for a nap anymore because, I don't know, like, he wants to be able to touch me during his naps, and that kind of has to stop. He wants me to be there for his naps. He's standing up behind me. And it's the same thing at night. He wants to be able to touch me at night, and actually I'm going to be transitioning him to his crib soon. It's just there's clothes everywhere, so I need to clean up the clothes in his room, and then we will be transitioning him to his crib. And I also want to get him used to sleeping by him or not touching me at night. When we were gone traveling, I would let him sleep on my chest, and then when we came back by car, we slept in the car, so he was sleeping on my chest in the car, and he kind of got used to that, to touching me at night. So I want to get him back, before I put him in the crib, get him back used to just sleeping in his own space, and then I will move him to the crib. I already tried to do that when we came back, but that didn't work out too well. Of course he would wake up crying. He does that anyways, but after I would pick him up, he would just, yeah, so I didn't like the fact that he was screaming whenever I put him in the crib. And when at one point in time, I'd actually transitioned him to sleeping in the playpen, and that never happened. So, but I most definitely want to get him into the crib by himself before he gets too old, because I know the longer I take to do this, the harder it's going to be. And right now we actually, both me and him are actually sleeping in his room because my brother is here, so we switched. So my brother now has my room, and I have a bed in his room. So I will still be close to him when he's sleeping in his crib. So that is going to be it for his 7-month update. I make new videos every Sunday and every Wednesday. And until next time, deuces.